I'm so excited to be here, and it's a Wednesday. My co-host will also be joining us pretty soon, right here, and we are hosting two gentlemen. And tonight we'll be looking at the importance of cyber tech education for women and kids. And just to help us, get to discuss this, I have, two gentlemen, Mr. James Basil Zulu, and also Mr. Hachiko Nyanga. Mr. Zulu, good evening, and welcome to the program.
Good evening, Chaza. I think thank you very much for hosting us. It's a great privilege to be on Ubuntu channel. We are very honored and privileged. Thank you very much.
Beautiful. Not forgetting Mr. Nyanga there. Mr. Nyanga, good evening and welcome to the program.
Thank you.
Beautiful. So these two gentlemen are actually, representing the youth, and probably by the looks, we can tell that, these are young men. Mr. Zulu happens to be the local.
No, we just found the fountain of youth, Mr. Chaza.
Beautiful. We are yet to know you and get to know if probably what you look like is what you are or not. You definitely get to tell us.
Yeah,
so that leads us to self introduction. I'll start with yourself, Mr. Zulu, because already you've put up an argument to say that looks are deceiving. Looks are indeed deceiving sometimes. Let's get to know. Let's get to know you. Who is Mr. James Basil Zulu? Tell us about yourself.
Well, great. Thank you very much, Janza, for this opportunity again. So James Basil Zulu is director of the Local Voice Literacy Network. I think basically we focus on education aspects with the promotion of cyber-tech education. I'm a very passionate cybersecurity person, which includes also technology. And I think as we go on in our conversation, we're going to see some of the projects which are coming up that we really want to work on with regards to the topic that we're talking today, the importance of cyber tech education with regards to women and kids. These are some things that as we're going to be discussing, you're really going to see the key points as they stand out. So first of all, James Basil Zulu is a passionate tech and cyber enthusiast and activist that is promoting a lot of cyber and technological advancements within our country. And as we go on, I'm just going to highlight a few points of some of the activities that we're doing and what we're going to be doing as well.
Beautiful. I think I'll be coming back to you to get more information about yourself. But before we get to do that, let me get to have a brief, introduction from Mr. Nyanga also. Who is Mr. Hachiko Nyanga? Tell us about yourself, sir.
I'm a 16-year-old who's in year 11. I'm at a private school in Lusaka district.
Beautiful. I think probably that's all he has to share with us. Sure, now, just to have an in-depth, of yourselves. So, Mr. Nyanga is a grade 11 pupil, in Lusaka. So he's there representing, especially the boys out there. And Mr. Zulu, you're relatively, like you said, the way you probably look. Now, tell us about your family background.
No, basically, I come from a very large family, and in this family, we have brothers and sisters at different professionals. We have lecturers in our family. We've got people that are engineers. We've got people that are musicians, and they are like a very, very big family. Different, I should say, careers that we've all decided to choose, and we are all embracing our careers as such.
And, all right, I think it's about time that we went into the in-depth of the program as we are looking at, this issue to do with technology. Mr. Zulu, I'd like you to tell us the importance of this, tech expo for kids and women. Just to give us, an eye opener. What is it, and what is it that it is all about?
So the Women and Kids Expo, which is being termed as WAKE, like Chaza, when we say wake up, we're actually talking about something that should wake you up. So WAKE has been coined as a theme that will be, so this event will be held annually. So on the 29th of September at the new government complex, this will be the first time that ever in our country we're going to have an expo that deals with women and kids. Not only women and kids, Chaza, but also for people that are underprivileged in our society. So this is going to speak to people that are disabled as well. What do they have to bring to the plate? What is it that, how do we make sure? And the theme for this year is inclusion through technology. So how do we include everybody that is underprivileged, especially the women and kids, also people that are disabled, to be included towards technology? Chanza, I would tell you something. There are a lot of innovators in our country and a lot of developers. If I told you that there's someone that has developed an app right here in our country, that is a seizure assistant, where if someone, those people that have got seizures, can actually wear this watch, and whenever they've got a seizure, this app is going to send a message directly to the person that they want to assist them. So if I've got a child that has got a disability, who's got seizures, this app can allow, whenever my child or my nephew or whoever it is has got, as long as my number is connected to them, they are directly, when he has a seizure, it's going to text me and the location. So this event is going to showcase different kinds of gaming, STEM, science and technological issues, as well as mathematical issues. We've got gaming apps. I don't know, Chanza, if you saw the guys that on Netflix, the guys that have got a series from Zambia, Fabulous 4, is it? I stand to be corrected. Those guys are going to be there at that event, showcasing different kinds of tech education that children can benefit from and women can benefit from. Imagine that, chance.
That's definitely, a great thing, and so progressive it is as regards, technology. Let's get to Hachiko. I think I'll try by all means to refrain from calling you Mr. Nyanga. I feel a little bit uncomfortable. Looking at,
That's okay.
say that again.
That's okay.
Okay. Oh, beautiful, beautiful indeed. I'm very comfortable to call you Hachiko, especially that you are representing the young folks. Hachiko, how important
Yes.
is this issue that we are looking at, the technological aspect, and what form of tools of technology, are you able to use as a young man together with others that you do interact with?
Okay, so for tools, we have many devices such as laptops and personal mobile devices that we
Mhm.
use to search for things, and we also have the aid of certain search places such as ChatGPT, AI Assistant, Wikipedia, etc.
Okay, so looking at some of the search engines that you have, what exactly do you interact with them in terms of search? Because we understand that right now some kids have even deviated from the normal trends of looking at substance that can be building them. They rather focus on those that destroy them. So let's look at the aspect of some of the things that are building the kids when they are interacting with these tech, items or devices. What exactly, do you look at?
So with the aid of ChatGPT, we can easily do our holiday assignments and homework by searching there for them to give us answers. With Wikipedia, that also helps with assisting us when doing essays, which is for long subjects such as civic education, history, and sciences as like.
Okay, so you interacting with such kind of platforms. Is it something so beneficial, or is it destroying you? Because I understand, like you said, it assists you in answering, even issues to do with essay questions. So instead of,
Yes.
getting to answer on your own, you are aided on how to answer. How is it, advantageous to you as compared to it being disadvantageous?
It's advantageous in ways such as it's easier to find information on the web. And
Mm.
it's easier to find information on the web. It gives you more than what you need, which will help you in other aspects. It
Beautiful.
helps
Let's get
in,
back. Sorry, I was about to cut you short. You can finish your thought.
it also helps improving someone's creativity by making them learn how to shorten long things, since it gives variety of information and you're supposed to pick on what you want.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's get back to you, Mr. Zulu. With your organization, the local voice literacy, network. What prompted you exactly to forming this organization, and how do you work? Have you partnered with, anybody? How are the operations of, your organization like? You kindly unmute your mic. Your mic is muted. We can't get you.
Oh, sorry. I didn't realize that. So basically, we've amongst our partners, the first partner that we partnered with is ADFP, which is the Association for Digital Financial Practitioners. So it's these are digital financial practitioners that we've actually partnered with in order to make this event happen. And apart from that, we have other partners are coming on board, such as I don't know, Chaza, if you know an organization that was called iSchool, but now it's called Moabu Learn, where they used to give those tablets where there was kids educational thing, but now it's called Moabu. We've actually partnered with those as well in order to make this event happen. And the whole game plan came about is that we saw that there was a need within our society in Tanzania. The news that you're going to hear on Facebook, even when you go to Facebook or you go in any social media or even on television, it's about politics. So I wanted to say, but politics are not really the only talk of the day. I mean, people need to learn about what technology is. People are getting scammed almost every other day. But how do we help these people in order to learn these things and actually understand them? So I said, okay, why not create an organization called the Local Voice Literacy Network, and do something that is for the people, basically, how they'll benefit and what they will actually learn from the whole process. So the Kids and Women's Expo is an event that is going to be very, very big. And I would really love, like we had our discussions, I think Chanza and Lance, I think I also did mention to him that it is important to bring key stakeholders as yourselves who are in the media. How do you promote child education yourselves? How do you encourage the kids like Hachiko to actually come on board to say the field that you've entered in, Chanza, how do you mentor these coming generations? So this is an open forum where you as Chanza have got an opportunity to mentor Hachiko and actually tell him to say, this is what you are going to benefit when you enter the field of media and presentation. And these are the tools that you can use. Mentoring the coming generation, because we don't want to have a situation whereby Lance and Chance are no longer there, then media is gone, or the likes of Frank Mutubira are no longer there, and we do not have any Zambian that is actually doing well in media. But so this is where you come and mentor these young kids in the importance of technology and media and cybersecurity, to say, this is what you have to do, these are tools you need to do. If you want to be as good as I am, this is what you need to do. So that is a challenge to you, Chanza, and to the rest of the people in media.
Beautiful. I think I really do like the idea. In the meantime, Director, there are people that would like to join and make a comment and contribution right on the program. Kindly share the link so that they can join us via, that link. I had, a message from Nachisengu who would like to join in and make a comment right here. So we're inviting the people out there that would like to participate to actually click on the link that we are sharing right in the comment section there. And in case you wouldn't want to join us on set, you can simply get to type your comment right in the comment section, just like Chibonta Jule has indicated right there. Not forgetting the dance group. We really appreciate that you are there following the program. Mr. Zulu, at this point in time, I think I want you to highlight so much, on the expo that you are yet to have. Give us more details so that people out there can get to understand when is it happening, where is it happening from, and other details in terms of participation. Are there conditions to be met? Kindly highlight before we get
yeah. Of course, there are always T's and C's to every event chance that you're going to go into. So, but I like it. So this event is happening at the new government complex, and then it's going to be on the 29th of September. It will have invites have been sent to various schools and schools that will be selected. And in Tanzania, you can imagine that we're going to have panel discussions with kids. Kids are going to be the driving force of this, where kids will be talking. Is it right for your child, Chanza? You look like you've got a child.
I have children actually, and the firstborn is 15 years old.
Great. So that's a very good point. So now, is it right, Chanza, for your child to go with a phone at school? So now, it is not up to you to answer, but it is up to the child who's going to go on that panel discussion to answer whether the advantages and the disadvantages of that child that you have, a 15-year-old child that you have, to say what are the pros and cons, what are the advantages and disadvantages. So we allow this forum of whereby it's an open discussion, okay, where a woman is the one that is driving this conversation. She's moderating this conversation. She's driving it. Where it's very open, where you can question your child at that forum to say, but if I buy you that phone, is it okay for you to take it at school? Or is it right for you to even have it at school? That is the kind of forum that is being created. It's that kind of open discussion types of gender equality in terms of technology and cybersecurity. You do not see a lot of women in tech, but we're trying to encourage that. How do the women come in tech? By having such open discussions, gender disparities. How do they also come in and actually have a forum where they can actually talk about why they've been disadvantaged and why it is important for them to be a part of such conversations?
Beautiful. Just like you read my mind. My next question is, on the pros and cons of technology. What are the advantages and disadvantages of using, technology, as regards the youths, the kids, and also the women?
So I would say, Chanza, technology is an enabler. I think that is the key word here is that technology is an enabler, and anything that is enabling you to succeed in your tasks or assignments is very good. But like we say, too much sugar and too much honey is also bad for your health, right? You would agree with me, Chanza, right? Yes. So the way we use technological tools to advance our learning capabilities can also be a tool that can also disadvantage us. Okay, with kids, you find that technology has become an enabler in that it is helping them to learn, research, and even advance in schools. If you take a child, Chanza, from Lusaka, and you take them to any rural place, they would excel because they've been exposed to all kinds of technologies and then they know how to use them. Okay, so of course I'm not trying to be negative here, but if you take a child from Shangombo, just for lack of better examples, Shangombo, and then you bring them in Lusaka, the technology is going to be strange. It will be something that they can't really relate with. But what we are trying to say is that technology is an enabler. But at the same time, the disadvantage that technology has brought is that you have kids, for example, for lack of examples, I'll give an example of Hachiko, who are going to be stuck in the bedroom the whole day. They don't want to associate with anybody because they are on tech, they are texting somebody, they're texting their friends and stuff like that. So now it has created that environment whereby they are living in a different zone from everybody. So that is a disadvantage. There's also what is called online grooming. Uh, who is my child talking to online? Who is grooming my child? What is this person teaching my child? So it has brought all those kinds of pros and cons involved in there.
All right, let's get it from the representative of the young, Hachiko. Hachiko, tell us, the advantages that you have seen and also the disadvantages as regards the usage of, technological tools. I presume that your mic is on mute. We cannot hear you. Hachiko, are you there? Are you getting us? It seems he's having a problem as we are waiting to see that resolved. Maybe I get back to you, Mr. Zulu. Looking at these some of the disadvantages of technology as an organization that deals with this issue to do with technological literacy and development. What are you doing, as an organization about some of the negative effects of technology on the children and the women?
So, Chanza, this has to begin with what you call sensitization. So it begins by do you know the negative effects? First of all, people have to understand what negative effects technology has also brought. Uh, I've been, trust me, Chanza, environments where you are discussing with people you're having a conversation and these people are not actually listening to what you're saying because they're in a different zone, they're in a different world. But to synthesize that and to raise awareness about it, it's you bringing what is called a concept called cyber hygiene. That's where it comes from. So a cyber hygiene and tech hygiene speak to the use of your gadgets. Okay, so how do I regulate my child or children on how they use the tech? Okay, so now if Chanza, you say when we are eating, nobody has to have their phone. You are introducing a concept of cyber hygiene. You're trying to uh, encourage your children to say, it's not every time you need to have your phone, but there are times when you can actually use and access your phone. So, by you as a parent, you as a father, regulating the times that your kids can access technology, it is your responsibility. By the way, your key responsibility, either as a father, as a guardian, as a parent, to say you know what is best for your children. Like we all know what is best. Okay, what is the best food that your child can eat? Okay, they need to eat a lot of protein. Now they need to eat a lot of vitamins. So the way we regulate these foods is the same way we regulate the use of technology. So as a guardian, as a parent, it is your sole responsibility to also take it as your cardinal responsibility to say, this is how much my child should be exposed to technology. And you also have to take a keen interest, Chanza, like all the parents that are listening. You also have to take a keen interest in who is your child chatting with online. This is where the concept of online grooming comes in, because you don't want some person from the Western world or Europe or somewhere is the one who's grooming your child and teaching your child what to do. When you, as a parent, are within the same house, you are not grooming your child. You get what I'm trying to say?
Mhm. All right. It looks like Hachiko has got a serious problem. He has been,
Yeah, I've also noticed he seems like he's dropped out. Eh?
yes, and he has not come back. I hope he does so that he can,
Yeah,
do that
definitely. Yeah, definitely.
presentation. Oh yeah.
Mhm.
I think coming back to the
He's back.
issue of yeah,
He's back.
he's right. Hachiko, welcome back.
Thank you, sir.
I mean, okay, beautiful.
I'm
I
sorry I
think
had
you
some,
say that again.
I had some connection issues.
Okay, we are glad to have you back. You can take it up from where you fell off. Tell us
If you
the
kindly,
advantages.
you kindly repeat the question, I couldn't get you.
Okay, I wanted you to tell us the pros and cons, the negative effects, and also the positive effects of technology that you see. Are people around you benefiting from technology, and also those that probably have been negatively affected. What are some of the things that you have noted?
I think let me start with the disadvantages.
Mhm.
There are a number of disadvantages where children start to look up the wrong things on the internet, and which can lead into problems. But I feel like there are more advantages than disadvantages, because it helps us with who you can mingle with, people that are a further distance with, and still feel like you're together. You can learn so many things on the internet. You can have time and share with your friends by gaming.
Mhm.
It also helps with communication.
Looks like Hachiko is having a serious, connectivity challenge there. I hope the connectivity can improve as we go right on the program. Let's get back to you,
I
Mr. Zulu.
think uh, he was talking, but he just muted his mic. So I think he must have just muted his mic because his video was actually still okay. So I think he just must have muted his mic somehow.
Okay, Hachiko,
But
are you there?
Can you get me now?
Yes, we can hear you. You can just repeat yourself and probably finish your thought.
Oh, I was saying there are many disadvantages where children start to look up the wrong things.
Okay, I think Mr. Zulu will give Hachiko, some other time. He's probably trying to settle down there. We are back to the expo. This expo that will be happening on the 29th of September, at Government Complex, as you have earlier indicated. And schools are participating, and I presume even individuals are participating. I didn't hear the part of the conditionalities. What is it that the schools, the participating schools and or individuals that are supposed to do for them to be part of this expo?
So basically, this is an open event. All schools, schools are being invited to choose their best students to come and discuss a topic which involves technology, education, media, cybersecurity, AI, and other various topics within this spectrum. So, as a man, Chaza, you are disadvantaged because you being a man, women and kids, this is an open forum for them. You as a man, you're going to buy. You need to buy a ticket in order to actually be part of this event. So, for you, you are required to buy a ticket in order for you to actually have access. But for women and kids between the age ranges of 7 and 18, this is their program, this is their topic. They just have to come there from various schools. They are all invited, like we've sent out the letters. They're all coming in to discuss this big expo, and it's going to be very, very big. I can tell you, Chanza, this is the first time that something like this is happening in our country, and as we go on, it will be something very bigger and bigger and better each year. We are looking forward to this coming event to be something that everybody will mark on their calendars. Imagine right now the target, of course, has been Lusaka, since this is a Negro event, but going beyond, we're looking at having things such as big as agriculture and commercial show, where you've got a lot of people there, and we want to invite the whole country to this place where people can come and have serious technological discussions, where you as Chanza can mentor the next generation of media personalities.
Oh, beautiful. So you've talked about children and women who are so beneficiaries of the program, and for their entry is actually free. Now for fathers, like myself, we need to buy tickets. Where are the tickets selling? And how much are they selling? And what time to what time is the program, so that we get to know and gear up, for the program.
That's very, very good. So the program, I'll begin by answering your last question. So the program is from 8 hours to 17 hours. So and then the tickets are being sold online, as well as different outlets that are going to be with our partners. You can say info at IDFP, or you can, or Facebook page. Visit the Local Voices Literacy Network Facebook page. You can also visit the digital financial practitioners page as well. If you also visit the Ministry of Technology and Science page, it's there on Facebook also. as well as the zigged up page. They are all there. These are all our partners, and they all have links towards the tickets that I'm saying. And what is going to be happening that these tickets are also going to be sold at different malls that are going to be announced, such as Kablonga Mall, East Park, uh, Lewanika Mall, Makeni Mall. We are going to have these tickets also at these different malls just to showcase this event as well. Hello?
Okay, did you mention how much? I didn't hear that.
Oh, you want the price tag?
Did you mention
As a father, okay, as a father, 150 for you for men like I mean, what is 150 if you're coming to watch your child?
Of course. I mean, now getting back, to the developmental aspect of, technology. I'd like you to tell
Yes.
me, how technology gets to affect the development of a child. Is there any co-relationship there?
Yeah, to a very great extent, and I would say yes, because the development of a child, um, you're going to agree with me, Chanza, that the education system that, of course, I was exposed to. I'm sure you're also exposed to the same. When we were growing up, we never had a lot of tech-related kind of education. It was always just the books, the rulers, the board, and the chalk. But today, kids are much smarter and sharper because technology has become an enabler. Imagine a child cannot be at school but still be in school when they've got their tablet that is teaching them different types of technology education. So at the expo, I'll give you an example. Moabu, which is now Moabu, which is former high school, has got a whole list of educational programs just there on their app. So a child cannot even, on the weekend, the child cannot be at school but still be in school. You've got VVOB, which is also early child learning using technology. These are our partners who are coming on board, trying to emphasize the importance of learning. So the aspect that you actually spoken about is very important because learning never stops. But imagine you've got a platform and platforms that encourage people to learn. You've got video games that are going to be at the expo that are not a Mortal Kombat or football, but these are video games that are encouraging people to learn. You get what I'm trying to say? Learning games, learning interactive games, very, very big games. And these are things that people can actually look out for. Interesting.
Beautiful, beautiful indeed, and looking forward to the event. I can see it shows that Hachiko has
Yeah,
come
yeah,
back.
yeah.
See if he has settled. Hachiko?
Hello.
Yes, yes. It's unfortunate that we keep losing you. We
Oh, I'm
really,
having some connection issues.
yeah, would really like to hear from you. So, considering that you are one of the participants, for the forthcoming expo, just highlight to us, how you'll be participating. What are the arsenals that you have prepared, in terms of participation? Are you presenting? Are you debating? Are you discussing? What are the issues and how are you going to be participating?
I'm participating in an aspect of voicing out the thing of gaming, not necessarily like Mr. Zulu mentioned, games like Mortal Kombat and football. There are games that help with learning, such as quizzes, where you are able to set up a quiz for your students to answer.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. That's very, very interesting there. And how long is your presentation? how do you how is it planned to be executed? You know, are you going to be showcasing or explaining how some of these games work and how beneficial they are in terms of the IQ? Tell me exactly how the design is like for a presentation.
So I'm going to explain on how the game runs and how teachers can set questions for their students using the game and give them prizes at the end of the game. So
Mhm.
it's basically like MCQ, choice questions, where you give them options and they'll pick the correct one. So if the answer is correct, you gain a number of points.
Oh, beautiful, beautiful. That's nice. Achiko has brought in, the issue of, gaming. Mr. Zulu, how do a parent get to, you know, uh, be assured about, the security of a child as regards, gaming? Because Achiko is saying he has itemized certain games seemingly like they are not as good to the children. So how is the safety guaranteed, or what do you do? What can one do to ensure that the child is actually safe as regards, the gaming that they are exposed to?
I I really liked his opening statement when he said that it's different from Mortal Kombat.
Mhm.
Of course, I like the aspect. This is a very good innovation. I mean, you've got a kid like Hachiko who's presenting a multiple choice question to teachers and a student, which is based on points. And this is what this expo is trying to highlight. And him also, like a question has mentioned, gaming learning should be fun, Chanza.
Mhm.
If you are learning, we've all had that boring teacher. Trust me, in our lives, there's that teacher that we know that whenever even comes to class, whenever even comes to class, we're like, yeah, bah, careful. You even want to miss his session to say no, I've got other things to do. But learning should be fun, and I like, so if Hachiko, who's a participant at this expo, is bringing this aspect of gaming. So kids these days want learning that is interactive. Chance. If you're going
Mhm.
to teach kids of this generation, which is coming, learning that is not interactive, that we had teachers that we even used to dodge at school to say, no, that a commerce teacher is boring. But imagine having a, a, a session of someone that is very interactive, and it's introducing gaming within your normal kind of learning. And I think that's a very good one. I think the presentation that Hachiko is planning to make for us is something that is very interesting, and I look forward to such things at the expo.
Would from yourself, Mr. Zulu, maybe would you itemize or get to list some of, the interesting educational games that, are at your disposal?
Yeah, definitely. I would, for our audience that's listening, I would tell them to go to a site called Chromo Pixels. So when you go to Chromo Pixels, there it's an educative, interactive gaming uh, application, Chromo Pixels. So what happens there is that you've got games and they've got female characters that are actually in this kind of gaming thing. Moabu also has got various kinds of Lego kind of games. Yeah, you know those puzzles that help you think. And I think, Chanza, it is very important. I think the generation that you and me were actually growing up, we used to grow up with a puzzles, Monopoly, cards. Those were things that were helping us to think. But now in this generation, these games tend to fade away. But now, what we're trying to reintroduce is these same games. Why not have puzzles online? Why not have puzzles where kids can be learning on these platforms and they've got puzzles that they are trying to solve on these kind of gadgets that they're actually dealing with? So, as at the expo, even drones, there will be people that will be flying drones, part of learning, educative drones.
That's definitely a beautiful thing. Let's get back to Hachiko. Hachiko, I want you to tell us about your experience. It looks like you have really interacted, with technology. Now, tell us about your experience and how this has enhanced your learning abilities. At what age were you exposed to technology, and the benefits that you've found thereof, which have enhanced your learning abilities?
I was exposed to technology at a very young age, and I think it's really enhanced my learning because sometimes, even if my parents did not know what topic I was learning, I could use a device to help me find out on some answers.
Mhm. So that
Yes,
has been broadening and opening up your mind, your
yes, sir.
reasoning, your IQ.
Yes.
Okay, so then, what could be the advice that you can give to the kids out there that have not been exposed to technology, or they are being exposed but they are not embracing technology as regards education?
When they get exposed to technology, they just need to learn how to regulate their time because most teenagers my age, instead of doing productive stuff, will be there talking to their friends for close to 8 hours instead of using technology to better themselves.
Beautiful. Yeah, I've actually heard that people in countries like China, they spend so much time on technology, on development. Like, how can they invent this and that? How can they improve on this and that in terms of technology itself? But when we come back home, technology is only appreciated in the aspect of social media. They're just on social media, posting pictures, making comments, just like Hachiko, you have put it. That is
Yes.
very positive about technology that you have mentioned there. I hope kids out there can get to learn. Now, at this point in time, I would like to give you an opportunity to give us your closing remarks. Let me start with you, Hachiko. What are your closing remarks, and what are your words to the people that are there, watching and would be watching as regards, technology, cyber tech, and education for women and kids?
Firstly, I would want to take this chance to say thank you for giving me this opportunity to express myself because I've truly learned some new things that I never knew.
Mhm.
Yes, and my closing remarks are that technology needs to be taken all over Zambia, including rural areas, to help the less privileged people to know what's happening around them.
Mhm.
Yes, thank you.
Thank you so much, Hachiko. You are really a brilliant and sharp boy. We are looking forward to even having you next time, even as we look at other topics, even away from, technology there. Mr. Zulu, kindly give us, your remarks as we get to the wrap of the program. Whatever you feel you have not, touched as regards the expo and your organization, this is your time that you can actually delve into that.
Great. First of all, I like Hachiko has mentioned, this is a very good forum. It has allowed us to express ourselves definitely in Chaza, and we are very grateful for this opportunity. Like his last point did touch on the importance of spreading technology throughout the country. When you look at technology and look at activities in our country, it's always about Lusaka and the Copper Belt. But Zambia is beyond Lusaka and the Copper Belt. And that is what the local voice intends to do. Take learning literacy beyond Lusaka and the Copper Belt. If you look at the kids that come out, exams top number 1, top number 2, top 5, they're always Lusaka and the Copper Belt. But what are we saying? Have we encouraged the children from Western Province, Northern Province, to actually allow themselves to actually learn and actually embrace technology? So this is something that we're also working with the Ministry of Education to say, why can't we integrate cyber tech in a way that it is monitored? How is it being executed to other parts of the country? Also parts of the country also embracing this kind of education, this kind of culture. So as a local voice, the first thing that we wanted to do is host this event, the Women's and Kids Expo, which is an annual event. There are various, and to host Zambia's first ever, by the way, Zambia's first ever writing platform. So this platform will allow a child, even from Shangombo, to actually write a story, even using not a smartphone, even those small phones with buttons, and they can post their story on that platform. Okay, using different technologies that we've embedded, that we're going to launch at the same event. So that is the reason why it is called inclusion through technology. Everybody is going to be, whether you're lame, you can't walk, you've got one eye, you're blind, this is a place that is going to enable you to actually embrace technology and any form of technology and actually feel a part of the community, because this is for everybody.
Beautiful. It is definitely beautiful. Mr. Zulu, it's been a great time hosting you right here on our Ubuntu channel, and we definitely wish you the very best as you embark on this milestone, and definitely looking forward to even seeing your organization growing and reaching out places that you have mentioned, including the rural areas. We are so delighted. Wish you the very best, and thank you so much for coming, Hachiko. We greatly appreciate your presence here, and we definitely wish you the very best in all your endeavors. Viewers and also listeners out there, we greatly appreciate it. Looks like people that wanted to join, I presume it's an issue to do with connectivity, because even one who asked, they wanted to join, it looks like they failed. We wish they could. However, you can drop us a comment right in the comment section, even at a time that this broadcast comes to a close, and we'll be able to read your comment and get to respond. Otherwise, we greatly appreciate. Till next time, my name is Chaza right here on Ubuntu channel. God bless you all.
Thank you, John.